what's up? It's your girl Sequoia, and you are on BE The Code with founder and CEO of Tinsel, Aniyia Williams, who makes wearable technology jewelry for women.
Yes.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey.
Tell me more about the product.
Yeah, so our first product is what we call the Dipper audio necklace.
Okay, is that what you're wearing?
I am wearing it right now. It's a necklace that transforms into your headphones. So inside of the pendant of this necklace are earbuds, and in the back there's actually a little clasp that you can take out and plug into your phone. So basically when you're ready to get your headphone on and like listen in style, you go ahead and like take them out and use them. It has like all the full functionality of a pair of headphones. And then when you're done, you put it away and go back to being bad lady boss type.
Hey, I love this. So where are you guys currently with the product?
Yeah, we just started shipping units a couple months ago.
Okay.
But we've been around for a couple years, and most of that time has obviously been in making the product and manufacturing it.
Okay, perfect. And then within that time frame, what have been some of your hurdles? Because you have an actual product, and that's usually like the difficult part of tech, right? What are some of those hurdles?
Yeah, it's definitely not for the faint of heart. Let's see, some of the challenges, I don't think we have enough time to cover all of them. I will say that manufacturing, especially internationally, we make our product in China, and me and my co-founder have been there a number of times to handle things in the production of this product. It's a very interesting process. There's a lot of things that you can't predict that are going to come up that you just would not have been able to anticipate. And then you have to deal with the cultural barrier of manufacturing and just kind of, you know, the way that they think versus the way that you think. And then on top of that, the fact that we're combining two things that are not often combined. Like the aesthetics of jewelry and electronics could not be more different. And so just making those two things coalesce has been a real interesting challenge, but we've kept going at it, and it feels really good to be able to wear it and see other people wearing it and getting excited about it.
So you've had a lot of publicity around this. I've seen it in all kind of situations. Magazines have covered it. Tell me about how you're getting that publicity.
Yeah, well, we have a great team of people that have been out there advocating for us, and also we have a great base of people who are our early adopters and have been out there just singing the praises of this new product that they're super excited about. You know, one of the reasons why I started this company was because I felt like we as women, we're not getting products designed with us in mind. Like electronics, we're always getting some clunky thing that they made pink and we're supposed to love that, but we don't love that. It's the only choice we have. I think we deserve better. And so I think that message really resonates with the women who have been purchasing and wearing their dippers, and it just, you know, you feel bad walking down the street wearing it, and then you feel even more bad when you like get to take it out and use it and make your life easier. So it's a really, really awesome experience, not just a product, you know?
That is so cool. So with that being said, I know we did an accelerator together. But I saw that you also did Code 2040. So tell me about that experience.
Yeah. I still work with Code 2040 now. I'm doing a residency. I'm an entrepreneur in residence with them here in San Francisco. There are 7 of us throughout the entire United States. And it's been really great. I work with the Galvanize community out of San Francisco. And basically what I do is I work with their campus on diversity initiatives. Like there are 2 really main things that we focus on. One is providing more opportunities for people to get jobs in tech, and that's people of color, like Black and Latinos, to get more jobs in tech. And then the other thing is really supporting Black and Latino entrepreneurs. And so one of the biggest things that I've been trying to ramp up that I'm hoping we'll be doing in March is an event that really is centered around giving entrepreneurs of color a toolkit to really build a successful business. Like all of the things that I wish that I knew or had accessible to me when I started this company that I had to learn the hard way. I would like to allow people to kind of stand on the mistakes that I've already made and be able to just like move that further ahead. Like I really, really believe that there should be more of us out there doing things like this. So
love it. And what does your fundraising process look like?
Yeah. Oh man, fundraising has been it's been an uphill battle overall. And so that also is one of the things that is motivating me to do this event, is that I feel like we all kind of feel very dependent on the idea that we need to raise venture capital to build our companies. And many of us as people of color do not necessarily come with those networks of friends and family that can just write us checks to help us get things started. And so we have to be very resourceful and very creative.
Right.
And so that has kind of been a theme of building Tinsel as well, is like, how do we make something out of nothing, or very little, I should say. And so in terms of raising venture capital, I was really fortunate because when I first started, the company I was working at the time, this company called Voxer, the CEO actually became our first angel investor. Like, that was the first check that I got that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna quit my job. I'm gonna do this full time. And then getting other investors on board has been like, you know, the typical thing. I'm sure that you've heard lots of stories about already. I don't want to dive too much into that. I'm like, I could tell that on a different time. But I will say this, really thinking through how we can be cash positive from day one is something that should be on the minds of really anybody starting a business today, but like especially founders like us, because I just think that it's already a challenge right now to raise money regardless of who you are. But when you add in the layer of the fact that we don't come with the same kind of networks and we don't look the same way that a lot of founders look, you really have to be thinking about how your company is generating revenue, because at the end of the day, can't nobody tell you if you're making money.
Exactly.
There you go.
I love all of that. I think that's so important. That was actually something. So I was out at 500 Startups. They had an inclusion and diversity conference yesterday that I hosted.
Yeah, I heard about it.
And Morgan DeBon was talking about that with Blavity. Like, same situation. Like, they made sure that they were generating revenue and had like a lot of users before they even touched VC money.
Yeah.
So I am so happy that you pointed that out.
Yeah. And I mean, it's easier said than done, but I think that it's possible. And like, really, that is what needs to be at the forefront of the minds. I think that there's been a theme in building startups in the last few years that's mostly just been about like trying to get, you know, traction, whatever that looks like. Typically, that is something that does not include people actually paying for your product.
Right.
And that's fundamentally a problem.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love it. So, and then you have like, so this company going on, all these things.
Yeah.
And you just had a new addition to the family.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So as if I wasn't crazy enough trying to build a hardware product, I also have a baby. Yeah, she just turned 1 a couple weeks ago, and she's magical. She's like the best baby ever. And it's been crazy to think that, like, you know, I got pregnant maybe about 6 or 7 months into me building Tinsel.
Okay. It
wasn't necessarily the plan at the time, but you know, it happened, and I'm like, okay, we're rolling with it. This is what's going down. And you know, so I've been either pregnant or a mom for more of this time having this company than not, which is kind of crazy to think. But I think that really at the end of the day, like, having a good support system both at work and at home is like what it all boils down to. Like, having a team that you can trust. And then at home, my husband is a huge help, and his mother is like the MVP behind the entire operation, who also helps us with, you know, getting her to and from daycare and all of those other things, because our schedules are crazy and we need that extra help too. So it's so clutch. It's very important.
That's so cool. But tell us, because there was like this whole viral story that was going around.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. So abridged version is that my husband and I delivered Noe. That's what we call her for short. Her name's Noemi. We delivered Noe at home. We didn't make it to the hospital. The EMTs didn't make it on time. I had been in labor at home for 11 hours, but I was like anticipating it was going to be like a 24-hour process or more. This is what everybody was telling us. And so, we called the hospital. They told us to wait a little bit longer before we came in. And I got in the tub because they said that the water would help.
Okay.
And then from like the moment I got into the tub till the moment that my husband had my daughter in his hands was 20 minutes tops.
Oh my gosh.
I got in the tub, my water broke, the hit the fan, and 20 minutes later, a baby was born. And I had no idea what the hell I was doing, but I just kept thinking about a few days before I went to my OB, and she was like, you know, childbirth is like one of the things you don't have to learn. Like, it's miraculous. Your body knows what to do. So when it was going down, I'm just like, dude, this does not happen to people. Is this really happening to me? My body knows what to do. My body knows what to do. I really hope she's right, because I have no idea. Like, it was crazy. It was insane.
But then when did your husband have time to tweet the whole thing?
That was after.
Okay.
Which, by the way, some people thought he was live tweeting, and I'm like, he would not be alive to tell that story if he was over there tweeting while all this was happening. Hell no.
But it went viral because I remember seeing like this tweet chain after, and he was like, telling it step by step by step, and then all of these media outlets picked it up.
It was so crazy. And it's funny because it was like when we were getting ready to leave, so we went to the hospital immediately afterward. The EMTs show up and they took us to the hospital. We did like our whole little postpartum period there.
Okay.
And which also was funny, like walking into the hospital with the baby in hand, and they're just like, wait, are those the people that we just told like to wait at home for another hour? Because like we just talked to them like 30 minutes ago. Anyway, so yeah, when we were in the hospital getting ready to leave, I was just like, oh man, it would be funny if you like, you know, tweeted the story of what happened, because I just thought like our friends would get a laugh out of it, because it was like a kind of a crazy story. And like, I didn't even realize how crazy it was until we got to the hospital and all the people at the labor and delivery were freaking out. And I'm just like, okay, so this is like a thing. Like, this isn't a thing that just happens to people. And so, yeah, and more people liked it than we imagined. It was like, someone even sent us a screenshot. They were like in Taiwan, and it was like in a Taiwanese newspaper. It had like our picture on it, and then just like all these characters you couldn't recognize, but they're just like, dude, you guys are international. And I'm like, are you kidding me? It was so crazy.
Technology.
Yeah, right?
Oh my goodness. So what are next steps for Tinsel?
Yeah, so next steps are we're trying to get more visibility, get out there. We're still really, really, really small in this entire space of companies doing stuff, making products, especially electronics. So trying to get the name out there, what we're doing, and our message of, you know, we should be designing better electronics for women. And we're also working on a couple new products too. So this necklace that I'm wearing right now, it's a wired necklace. It has the headphone jack that you plug into your phone. But for those of the people out there with iPhone 7s or whatever you like, the Bluetooth life, we're working on a Bluetooth concept. It's like a different form factor. And we're really stoked about that. We're prototyping that now.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Aniyia. It was my pleasure to have you up here. It's Sequoia with Aniyia, CEO and founder of Tinsel on BE The Code.
Thank you.